Every great creative work stands on the shoulders of giants. Welcome to RetroInspection, where we examine and find out where the things we love today came from.
So, Joker, Fantomas, at best they're cousins.
Yeah.
At best, neither one of them is insane. They're just dudes who like to cause a lot of havoc and mayhem and
Kill crazy.
all sorts of crime.
Blood simple. Yeah.
Well, listen, I think we've wrapped up Fantomas. We've talked about the Joker and his relationship to Fantomas. Any final thoughts on the book or any of it, and our recommendations for people?
Well, like I said, we both recommend it. Me more as an historical document, as an example of a certain subgenre. You recommend it more as a book. I recommend it more as, hey, check this out if it fits into your particular brand of nerdery, because it fits into mine, God knows, and God help me. But, here we are. I would say that some of the other people I mentioned, some of the other characters I mentioned, I liked their books better. I've only read the first books from each of these characters, and all of these characters had series. And also, as always, I would caution anyone reading Sax Rohmer's Fu Manchu novels, extremely racist. Sax Rohmer, not a fan of anyone in Asia. So bear that in mind. It's kind of like when the guy who wrote the Bulldog Drummond books would talk about like Jewish people or Slavs. It's just like that.
Well, listen. I like Fantomas. Again, first 4 chapters, 5 chapters, tough to get through them because you'll enjoy the book. But speaking of kind of a taint on how I looked at this book, especially Inspector Juve of this Surete, I could not get past my identification of him with Inspector Clouseau. Now, we can't go, rest in peace, William Peter Blatty. We can't ask you what you were thinking when you created Inspector Clouseau. But Inspector Juve is very much like Inspector Clouseau, except
smarter, but yeah.
Smarter, maybe. But he's he works on instinct and emotion.
Yes, both are beneficiaries of dumb luck. But,
that's what I'm saying.
Juve is not. He's not pompous the way Clouseau was, and he's not a genuine half-wit as Clouseau was. So, but there's a case to be made for that that's about as strong as the case I made for this Joker business. So,
well, maybe we'll make it one day.
The show motto: everything comes from somewhere. There's nothing new under the sun. Oh, and since I teach. Oh, go. No.
No, go ahead. I'm.
Oh, and I was just going to say, since I teased it earlier, the one of the most outlandish things in the last 40 years of the Joker, aside from this whole business, and I didn't read these comics at the time. I haven't read the whole business where he cuts his own face off and then straps it back onto his skull, and I don't entirely know what's going on with the 3 Jokers.
Hey, but that has a Fantomas tie-in, by the way, the no face thing. I'll just leave it there.
Well, yeah, but it's not Fantomas' face, just to be clear. And there's this whole thing with there's 3 Jokers now. I haven't read Batman comics really for the last 10 years or so I'm out of the loop on that stuff. But what I will say is we go back to the 80s after the Joker kills Jason Todd. The Joker evades prosecution for the murder of Jason Todd because Batman's all set. He shows back up in the U.S. and Batman makes a rare 1980s era daylight appearance because he's going to grab the asshole up. Commissioner Gordon stops him. And why? Because the Joker has become the ambassador to the UN for Iran. After he kills Jason Todd and escapes into the desert, which comes back to us because it turns out Ra's al Ghul finds Jason Todd's body and resurrects him in a Lazarus pit, and that's how we get the Red Hood. And But so as the Joker's fleeing across the desert like Randall Flagg, he's captured by Iranian soldiers and taken to a tent where he has a face-to-face meeting with Ayatollah Khomeini, who appoints the Joker to be Iran's ambassador to the UN. So because of diplomatic immunity, Batman can't arrest the Joker. I can't do this with a straight face. This is how
oh my God,
farcical this shit is.
I think I dipped out well before that happened.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Serious question. Did you call the 976 number to vote on Jason Todd whether he lived or died?
You know, I don't think I did.
I didn't either. I was ambivalent. I didn't like the character, but it seemed a bit much to give AT&T 50 cents to doom a fictional person.
Well, I don't think that I was. When did they kill Jason Todd?
Oh God, I want to say 87. Death in the Family.
Well, hell, I was still working.
You would have been at the comic store at that point.
I don't remember anything about it.
88. A Death in the Family. Yeah, that was the storyline. And it was very close. It was Jason Todd died 5,343 votes for his death to 5,271 for his survival. It was very narrow. Yeah, that's like 70. It's like 72 votes to not kill a fake guy.
Comic nerds were out for blood, weren't they? Jesus.
Yeah. Well, and then the same guys a year later buying, each of them buying 40 copies of Death of Superman wrapped in black plastic.
Hey,
I'm gonna retire on this.
Hey, stop it.
We were both.
I resemble one of those people.
We were both there. We were both comics fans. I'm still a comic fan, and we spent a lot of time in comic book stores. There's that horrible stereotype has a root in reality. Woo, Nelly.
So let's talk about what we're doing next.
Sure. Well, okay, so we're going to look at E. Doc Smith's Lensman novels, which are acknowledged to be something of a basis for both the Golden and modern/Silver Age Green Lantern.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have heard E. Doc Smith throughout my
Big pulp guy.
sci-fi reading.
Big
career
30s,
anyway.
40s SF guy, yeah.
But I've never read any of these, so I'm looking.
Actually, neither have I. I got them. And if anybody else wants to go and look, you can get a lot of them are free off of Amazon via Project Gutenberg. A lot of the Gutenberg stuff gets uploaded to Amazon Kindle, but they're still free.
Awesome.
So is Fantomas. I mean, the actual very first Fantomas album is free, or you can buy, the Mega Pack one, which is what I did, which is like the first 5 novels. But that's 99 cents. Hell, sometimes it's 49 cents. All those Mega Pack things are dirt cheap.
Well, we'll put a link in.
We got links for all that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, Nick. I think we're done.
Like, subscribe, repost, share everywhere. To see what else we're up to, visit xynobooks.com, xenobooks.com.